everyone, it's Brian again. And today, in our Simply Answered, Simply Explained series, I'm going to address one of the most common trading questions for beginners. How do I trade a small account? If you just opened up a new Robinhood or E-Trade or TD Ameritrade account, this video is perfect for you. I'll give you a no-BS guide on how to properly get started and how to avoid some common mistakes to set yourself up for success right from the start. I've got 5 great tips, and they're all coming straight at you starting now. All right, tip number 1, trade what you already know. So whenever some of my friends come up to me and say that they just opened up a trading account and they ask, what stock should I buy? My answer is always the same. Invest in a company that you already know. Here's what I mean. For my softball buddies, I tell them to buy a stock like Budweiser or Nike. That way, when they notice more 21 to 25-year-olds drinking Bud Light Lime, or when they see their wives buying more Nike running shoes, they can learn how to turn those observations into profits. Or for all you ladies out there, imagine if you bought Lulu stock the same time that you bought your first $100 pair of black yoga pants. Over the last 10 years, Lulu stock has gone from 20 up to 300. That's a 1,400% gain. So every $5,000 in Lulu would now be worth $70,000 today. So it goes to show you, when you're starting out, invest in what you already know. I mean, the last thing you want is to get some money tied up in a complex technology that you know nothing about. I mean, for me, whenever some tech guy starts talking to me, it sounds like that teacher from Charlie Brown. Here's my rule. When you have a $500,000 trading account and you could just throw speculative money into 2,000 shares of some cloud space gizmo.com, sure, roll the dice. But right now, when you're first starting out with a small account, keep it simple. And that means trade what you already know. All right, tip number 2, position size like a seasoned Wall Street pro. All right, so the second you open your new trading account, I know you're going to be super excited. I mean, you've been on the chat boards, you've seen the Reddit users saying how they grew 1,000 into 20,000 in 18 seconds, and you're eager to ring the register alongside them. But here's the thing. Trading is not a sprint. And trading, it's not a marathon either. Rather, trading is a game that never ends. I mean, each new day comes with new information, new opportunities, and new ways to profit. Therefore, you must always have some what we call dry powder on hand to move into the very best opportunities as they present themselves. And the way to do that is to position size like a seasoned Wall Street pro. So here's my general rule. For a small new account, let's say you have $1,000. For each new trade, allocate 5 to 10% of your total account value for each new play. So you might have a few shares of Nike and a few shares of Budweiser, and that's 20% of your account. And that leaves 80% of your trading account to play with. So then if something juicy presents itself, like you happen to find the next Lulu trading for $20 a share, you also have the ability to make that play as well. I mean, nothing is worse than missing out on an explosive winner just because you didn't have the ability to jump in. Like, if you miss those opportunities, that ship has sailed. So please, don't be that guy standing on the dock holding his suitcase with a sad face. At the same time, you also don't want to be that guy who sits down at the poker table, gets dealt his first hand, sees one ace, gets all excited and fired up and shoves all in. That sort of untamed aggression rarely pays off. So as a new trader, stick to the allocation model of 5 to 10% of your total account for each new trade. And as you grow your account and as you grow more comfortable with investing, you could most certainly adjust those percentages. But to start out, it's critically important that you position size properly. As odd as it may sound, this will actually help you make more money with a much, much higher winning percentage. Okay, tip number 3, define your risk ahead of time, then don't freak out. Okay, so I get it. When you're just starting off, especially with a small account, you really don't have a lot of room for error. You're entering this new game, which could be pretty stressful. I mean, investing and trading, it's all a new experience for you. And you have skin in the game. Your hard-earned money is now in play. So here's a common mistake that I see, which scares a lot of people off. They make their first trade, and inevitably, it goes down. So you see your trading account in the red, and you get scared, you freak out, you panic sell at a loss, and then you never trade again. Look, I know the feeling. It happens to everyone. And in many respects, I'm convinced that Wall Street is designed for the sole purpose of kind of like making you second guess yourself. But luckily, there's an easy way to resolve this. So my message to you is simple. If you define your risk ahead of time, you won't freak out. Here's what I mean. Say you buy $500 worth of Nike, and right away, on day one, you set your total downside risk at something you're comfortable with. For me, I recommend 20%. So that way, if your $500 worth of Nike goes down to $400, you're out. Sell, no questions asked. I mean, sure, you lost $100, which sucks, but that won't bankrupt you either. And I'll be honest, markets can be volatile. So there's going to inevitably be one of those days where the market sells off and you're showing a paper loss. But again, don't freak out. I mean, remember a couple things. First, you haven't officially lost until you decide to sell. So if you see a 5% drop on any given day and you've defined your total risk ahead of time, you won't get caught up in making an emotional decision. And second, if you know your total risk from day one, then you've already made the smart, disciplined move and planned ahead. So on that day that the markets dropped because a tree happened to blow over in the woods and it landed on a butterfly's wing and killed it, which in some odd way pushed the markets down that particular day, you won't freak out because you've already prepared ahead of time. So this tip eliminates making trading decisions based on emotion, which just right there already puts you well ahead of every other new trader. Okay, here we go. Tip 4, never, ever second guess taking profits. Here's a little secret. Nobody in the history of Wall Street can consistently buy at the exact bottom and sell at the exact top. Nobody. So don't ever beat yourself up because you didn't pinpoint the exact bottom or the exact top. I mean, sure, we can all come pretty darn close, but being in the general vicinity of the bottom or the top is good enough. Okay, so let's say you got in around a bottom and your stock is rising. Things are going well and you're pretty happy with your profits. Soon enough, you're going to find yourself asking, how long can this party last? Should I sell, lock in a gain, or could there still be a lot more upside ahead? And again, I've been there, so I get it. So when it comes to taking profits, you're always going to find yourself with an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other shoulder, each talking in your ear. I mean, the angel is saying, don't be greedy, take your profit, be smart. And then the devil on this shoulder is saying, you idiot, you're leaving money on the table, hold for more. How the heck do you resolve this? Luckily for you, I have a solution. So whenever you find yourself with this dilemma, sell half. This accomplishes two things. First, it locks in profits. This is something that you should never, ever second guess. And second, it still allows you to be in for any further possible upside. It's the best of both worlds. And in trading, this is a valuable trick that you must have in your back pocket. Sell half, then let the second half continue to run. Now, if that remaining half starts to dip back down, I say 10% below your first exit, then close the rest out entirely. Because nothing is worse than watching a winning position turn negative. So don't let that happen. Don't let greed take a hold of you. And you'll avoid that if you stay disciplined, stay smart, sell half, and never second guess taking profits. Okay, tip number 5, find a trading community. Last and final tip here, find a group of like-minded traders and collaborate with them. This is the very best way to learn how to make money day after day. You see, many of the world's most successful traders were mentored at one point or another. I mean, I started off trading on the CBOE pit, and I had 2 powerful mentors showing me exactly how they traded every single day. And I can tell you firsthand, for me, Nothing was more powerful than a group of people all making money together. And it doesn't even have to be in a CBOE pit either. I mean, if you've ever been in Las Vegas and you've seen people going crazy and high-fiving each other at a red hot craps table, then you know what I'm talking about. So let's face it, sometimes trading can be a pretty lonely game. I mean, you're at home, you're at your command center, you're trading the markets, and you hit a big winner, and you fist pump yourself and then give air high fives to imaginary trading partners that you have. I mean, that kind of sucks the joy out of winning. But if you have a community of traders all winning together, it's one of the most powerful feelings in the world. And that's why I've created a live trading community called the War Room. It's one of the most elite collections of traders ever created. Each morning from all over the world, traders log in and share their very best ideas. And our one and only goal is to make winning trades. And today, I want to give you an inside look at exactly how we do that. I just published a new trading ebook called 5 Secret Strategies to Win Every Day in the Market. And right now, I'll send you a copy for free. You're going to learn things like how to spot big moves before they happen, how to turn volatility into profits, and most importantly, you'll get my 5 strategies that you can learn starting now to generate wealth every single day. These simple trading tips will accelerate your progression as a trader, and soon enough, your small account could be noticeably larger. Like this one guy, his name is George L. He joined me in December. He was a total novice. I mean, he called himself a newbie. But he followed these very same rules. He traded with our group, and by April, 4 months later, he grew his total account 10 times. And today, he's a millionaire. So yeah, what I'm telling you works. And today, it's time for you to get started. Your first step is to get my free report, 5 Secret Strategies to Win Every Day in the Market. Simply click on the description below, and I'll send it to you immediately. And then you're off and running. And with that, thanks for tuning into Your Trading Questions Simply Answered, Simply Explained. I'm Brian Bottarelli, and I'll see you again right here very soon.